Hey guys, my name is Obinna Oparah and I am the Chief Technology Officer here at Black Eye Studios. Apologies in advance, my voice, as you can tell, is a little bit gone, but it's just because I've been super excited to talk to you all on this Kickstarter. You know, a studio's technology stack is quite literally the lifeblood of that studio. And choosing Unreal for our development for the studio was a deliberate decision we made back in early 2015. And honestly, it was the engine's capabilities around networking and multiplayer solutions that led us to commit to Unreal. At the time, back in 2015, we were really looking for a robust solution as it related to large streamable worlds and massively multiplayer gaming. And honestly, that need still persists today as we look to expand the universe that is Ashes of Mankind beyond the Citadel. Outside of networking and multiplayer, there's also the graphical fidelity side of things as well. And honestly, the engine's innate ability to capture a lot of value with minimal development effort or developer effort and input. And so it's that's kind of led to a lot of success for us. So I guess more speaking specifically, things like the Quixel Megascans library or even the MetaHuman initiative, there were opportunities and really boons to our development and allowed us to speed and iterate quickly, especially in the early days of the Citadel, to prototype quickly and get things out and build out environments with those two things. So that's really kind of what's kind of been our bedrock and reasoning and foundation for choosing Unreal as an engine. So let me speak a little bit on the technical innovations that's driving the game. Honestly, I'm a little bit biased here because I feel like our team is really pushed in the realm of innovation with some of the solutions they've come up with, especially on the back-end side of things. So things like our matchmaking, our party system, our social and friends system, and even as far as our voice chat system. But to be honest, it's really not the most glamorous side of the game when we talk about that kind of things. But honestly, without them, the entire experience would be different. It wouldn't exist. But let's consider gameplay and more of the sexy side of the game, things that really pique our players' interest. So in that sense of the word, I think we're talking about things like the modding system that exists for the Citadels. Our modding system, like those other systems I mentioned, was built from the ground up. It's one of those areas that we've innovated and evolved multiple times over time. And will continue to evolve, especially as we introduce new unique items and cosmetics and really grow the catalog of how our players are going to express themselves. So how does the game balance graphical fidelity and performance with accessibility? So all game developers know this age-old battle, where we're trying to balance two seemingly opposing priorities. Art directors on one hand will tell you, art and realism are the most important things, while gameplay programmers and designers will tell you, it's the feeling of the game that's most important. And honestly, I think this question is an apt one, in so much that performance plays a very key role in bringing both of these priorities to center stage. Performance opens up the doors for that opportunity for one, increased fidelity, but also creating that more accessible gameplay and getting that feeling just right. If you're really struggling to aim because you're dropping frames so often, or you can't see the player character in the distance because the game is giving you low resolution textures, then you're getting to this place where neither graphical fidelity or feeling is honored. So prioritizing performance is really how you can capture both sets of priorities and deliver an experience that really is able to create, those seamless, feel-good gameplay interactions while also giving you that sense of true realism through high-fidelity graphics. So what makes the tech of Ashes of Mankind uniquely suited for its gameplay and narrative? I thought this question is actually a little hilarious now it's worded. Partly because I think a lot of game developers, a lot of studios oftentimes look at technology first. How can we use technology to do X? How can we use this new cool innovation, let's say AI or whatnot, and use it to do something in our game? Where we took the opposite approach is what is the narrative of Ashes of Mankind? What are we hoping to convey to a player and gamer? So we start with the narrative, we start with the gameplay and the experience, and then we build a tech on top of that. So what we wanted is an experience where players could really immerse themselves in this world, to be uniquely them, to have their own unique gameplay experience that really vibes with how they play and see themselves playing a first-person shooter. And that's what we wanted to capitalize on. So the level of detail we put into our modding system and our attachment system and how players interact within the world, that's what was our primary focus. So you'll see a lot of our effort and a lot of our innovation and a lot of our technology be built around that part of the experience and not vice versa. So when it comes to the technology behind Ashes of Mankind, the primary focus was how do we build technology that really supports the gameplay experience we want our players to have. And again, that is that diversity of customization, being able to be uniquely you within the game.